All right, so here we are. I am going to. I grabbed my rocket silo. If you guys remember, the rocket silo was down here. I am moving my rocket silo, and I'm moving it up here. And the reason I'm moving it up here is because we need rocket fuel. And in order to do rocket fuel, we're going to go ahead and put our 50 and 50 back in there. We need heavy oil so that we can make solid fuel and then light oil, etc., etc. So I moved it up here. It's just going to make it closer. So let's go ahead and grab this, and we're going to line up with that one right there and that one right there. And then we're going to tell this, we're going to make solid fuel out of heavy oil. Okay? And then this one, we're going to crack the heavy oil into light oil. What that's going to let me do, after I flip this, is I'm going to be able to go from here to here, and that's going to give me both of those. And then I can go right here and say rocket fuel, put a pipe in, put an inserter in, and have rocket fuel. And then put an inserter there. Right? So now we'll have rocket fuel going in. Now, let me see. Can we replace all of that wiring with this guy? We're close. Only thing that's not getting it is a rocket silo. So if we come over one with our rocket silo, right, now it's powered, and we just back up one on our belt, now our rocket silo is powered. So there we go. So now we're going to start building our rocket, right? We should be, because that should... Oh, we still got to hook up water. Sorry about that. So then water can come right there, right? And it was just luck that these actually lined up with these. That was no planning on my part, believe you me. But now we should start to make our rocket. So that's good to go. Next thing we want to look at is if we look at the Valley Forge. It's sitting back at Novice. I sent up a bunch of motors and some red circuits, and I sent up the recyclers that I had sent from Fulgrim to Novice. We're going to send them over here so that we've got some recyclers over here. I'm sending the motors. We won't be able to make motors soon enough, but for right now, I burned through all of the motors that we had making miners. So I want more motors. I want more red circuits. Okay? So the other thing I want to do is I want to go over here to Fulgora, whatever, Fulgora, and I'm going to be a little lazy. I am going to take all of this stuff that we're already got set up for producing, and I'm just going to blueprint it. Okay, and then there are certain things in here that we can't make here. So we'll take those off of there. We'll take off the fluids because I don't know where the fluids are going to come in at. But that should give us a large majority of the stuff that we're going to need down here. It's not going to give us belts, and it's not going to give us undergrounds and splitters yet, but it's going to give us our bots and things like that. Rather than reinventing the wheel, we're just going to do that. Okay? So then, let's go down here. And we're just going to stuff it down here for right now. It's the other reason I moved the rocket silo. Alright, we're going to plop it down here and let it go through and do its thing and get all set up. Now, one of the things you'll notice is it's grabbing a bunch of stuff, because off camera I went through and I put in all of the provider and requester chests. Now, what we're not getting yet is bulk inserters, and we need bulk inserters. So I'm going to put that in there. We'll put half of that in there. We're going to need green circuits. And the reason I need the bulk inserters, we're going to turn that off because I don't want it giving away the first one, is because the way this is set up, all the gazintas are currently bulk inserters. So the first one I want to have here so that we can start making these things. Now, it's not going to, because we don't have the red circuits in production. We'll have to give those to it, but we can work around that. So this first, turn this off. First bulk inserters, I want right there, okay? And I want that right there, so it's going to start making the green circuits. Now, I can turn that back on. And I can turn my bots back on, because that's going to sort of get us started. Now, here's the thing. We need power over here. Okay, let's throw another substation down. And that'll be our power for now. Okay? There we go. Now, we don't have the fluids coming in here yet. I haven't started mass producing fluids yet. And the reason for that is I moved my research around a little bit. I had Cliff explosives first. I want coal liquefaction first, because coal liquefaction is going to give us heavy, light, and petroleum gas for just coal and steam, right? Because if you look, it needs 25 heavy oil to start, but then it's going to start making 90. So it'll feed itself after that, but we've still got to have the steam. But here's the thing. Right now, we are making our heavy oil using calcite, right? And then coal, and then sulfuric acid. Well, to make steam, we need calcite and sulfuric acid anyway, right? So it's just going to be a different way to do it. I think it's going to be cheaper that way in the long run, and more beneficial to us. So we're gonna upgrade, but I have to have the research first to do that. I can't do that until I have the research. The research needs 500 science from here. So we're going to have to start crafting the science first. So the reason I have Valley Forge set up to come here is so that I can pick up the science that we're going to create. But there's no sense sending it yet, because then it's going to sit in orbit, use up ammo, and get damaged and what have you. So it's ready, but we're not making the science yet. But what we can do at this point is things like the copper cable and the plate and stuff like that. We're making a little bit of it right now, but we're going to make a lot more. Because what I was looking at is this. For molten iron, if I make it from lava, it's going to give me 250 molten iron. It's going to give me 10 stone that I got to get rid of. But it's going to give me 250 iron for one calcite. That works out to 25 plates per individual calcite. Same thing with the copper. It's 25 plates per one calcite. So calcite is a finite resource, sort of. Lava is infinite. We just suck it out of the ground, out of the pools. Calcite, on the other hand, is not infinite. But look, this is 670K. This is 21 million. This is 11 million. It's not infinite, but it might as well be. Because we can always expand and go out to some of these other big ones as time goes on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, and we are going to make iron and copper from lava, and then we can also make plate steel, gears, sticks, copper plate, and cable from lava as well, and go almost directly from lava to those items without having to pass through like ore. So we are going to come up here, and I think the first thing I want to do, we're going to have to be able to come out with the stone, right? We're going to have to get rid of the stone. And here's my idea. If we do that, right, I put that there for spacing. If we are here, right, that's going to be able to reach to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sounds good. I'll be able to run a pipe here and reach over that pipe with the long inserter to get my stone out and onto the belt. So let's say molten iron. Right, turn these around. Okay, so that's going to give me my molten iron. That's going to give me my molten lava. That's going to give me my stone out. Now we need to get calcite in. Sugar. Okay, I got one of two choices. I can either go pipe to ground and another belt, or I can belt weave and not have to do another belt. Let's think about this. Okay, if I belt weave, belt weaving costs me $97 plate. Pipe to ground is going to cost me 15 plate. I think we're going to go pipe to ground, because we can cut off one side of this, right? And it's still going to get it. If we go in and out, right? And we do another belt here for calcite. It's like we're going to have to make more belts. All right, so this one is going to grab off of this belt. That'll be calcite. This one is going to put onto this belt. That'll be stone. And we should be able to, and that'll reach to that. We just have to skip over each of these. All right, we need iron. I don't know that we need that much, but all right, so 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 38, 40. That'll get us started. We'll start making it down here, but that'll get us started. All right, so that's going to take some time to do that. We'll give that time. All right, so now that's going to give us our molten iron out, right? And our stone's going to go that way. So then, damn it. Come on, hurry up. I need what I need, and you guys aren't helping me. Are we making it down here? Can I steal some pipes down here? Not yet. I can't steal pipes down here yet. Dang it. Okay. Where can I steal? What are you waiting on? You're waiting on gears. All right. Where is the other? We don't need you right now. No, stop it. Give me that back. All right. Put those back. We need, what is it we need? We need pipe. All right, so that's going to start making us pipe. because we need pipe. It's not going to give us enough pipe very fast, but it's going to give us pipe. Alright, so what I'm thinking, if we connect all of these together, right, they're all equal that way. Oh, now we got our, alright, now we got our pipes to ground. So here to here, 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 right? Well, this one actually doesn't need to be at all. And then we can do out, 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 and then in, 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 in. So if we bring this over here, there's going to be our calcite, right? So that'll be calcite in. That will be stone out. This will be because we want to be out of the way of our belt. Alright, so that is lava in. That is calcite in. We don't need that one to be that long. And then this is stone out, which will come over and connect to that. Alright, so that's got that. There. Alright, now, if we do, how many of those processes are there? Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Plate, steel, gear, and stick. 1, 2, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and the other thing with this, I did the math. Oh, we still didn't line it up. And the way this works out is that the ratio for these, and I know I'm not putting that many down right now, we'll add more later. Every one of these can do 2.5 of these. So for every 2, if you do 5, you'll have plenty. Now, I've got way more than that right now, I know, but that's okay because we're going to add to it later. So I might as well just get them stuck in there for now. But now that's going to do plate. That's going to do steel. That's going to do gears. That's going to do sticks. Alright. We got a hill there. So we can't put it in the hill because then we can't get the stuff out of it. So we'll put it there and there. Alright. And that's fine. So that would be sticks, right? Plate, steel, gear, sticks. Plate, steel, gear, sticks. And then, of course, we've got low density structures and concrete, which we're not going to mess with them right now, but we can make them here too. And then we're going to go one here, one here, one here, one here. We can get rid of this guy for now. Turn those around. And of course, we're not in our RoboPort network, but we can fix that. Will that reach right there? That reaches everybody. And I'm putting it on this side for a reason, because we're going to put our copper here. So, so if we go here, here, and somewhere over there. That's going to reach everybody as far as power when we get it all hooked up. So that should be all of our belt. All right. Now, the one thing I am going to do, because this is all going to come out on one side of the belt, we don't want it staying on one side of the belt. So we're going to do a single line balancer over to here, up to there, and there we go. I'm not getting rid of this line because there's stuff down here that's producing stone. But that should get rid of all of our stone, Oliver stone. And then that should give us our calcite, and that should give us all of that. Now, we can do the same exact thing with copper. And we're going to do 3. And we're going to stick. All right, so that lines up. That gives us 1 space. If we do that, and then we change these to copper, right? Turn that sucker back on. Alright, so that should give us all of the calcite. We can actually move him over a little bit. Well, no, we could put him where he was, because the pipe's going to come here. Alright, give us some more pipe. And then we're going to put, and yeah, I know I've got quality ones. I got a quality one in there. I could put a quality one in here. I want to deal with the quality thing first. So then that gives us copper plate and copper wire. And then 1, 2, right? And then this should be in the right direction there. Are we not? Are we all turned around there? We're all turned around right there. There and there. Does that put us within for everybody? That puts us within for everybody there. So then we just need power. That's got to charge up. And then that, theoretically, all right, there's our stone coming out. We got our plates. We got our, do we got our copper? What do we not got copper for? Oh, because we got to hook this up. Okay. So, do we have copper now? Oh, and this guy's not got power. Okay. Can we sneak this over? No, how about there? No, can't stick it there. All right, fine. How about if we do this? There we go. Now everybody's got power. So now we got copper and copper. So we have all of our iron production, as it were, all of our copper production, as it were, at least not like huge amounts, but certainly a starting amount. We're going to definitely need more logistic spots, but that's got us going. That's going to start us making green circuits. So the other thing we need for these guys is red circuits. But we need plastic for that. But we've got a shipment of red circuits coming in. Plastic is going to need coal, and it's going to need petroleum gas. So once we get the research, we'll be able to make petroleum gas here. Our limiting factor is going to be our coal, and coal does worry me because coal here and coal here. But what I was looking at is eventually, if we go to the Factoriopedia and we look at coal, there are alternate methods of making coal, and one of those is coal synthesis. And coal synthesis is sulfur, water, and carbon. Now, water is going to come from steam, which is going to come from the calcite. But again, like I say, we don't have unlimited supply, but we got a lot. Sulfur is going to come from where do we get sulfur? Sulfur is going to come from it comes from petroleum gas and water. So it's gonna be a round robin thing. I think we'll be okay with it. So eventually we'll be able to make plastic here. It won't be the greatest situation, but it'll certainly get us going. Now, what I do want to do, because we're going to start needing them, is belts. So let us go ahead and set up to make belts. So belt and belt, because that and that, and we're out of, are we out of completely? I hope not. Looks like we may be out of provider chests, but that's okay. We should be making provider chests, except for the fact that we don't have any red circuits. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So, provider chest. Oops, I don't want to do that. Why are we out of power? Because we are out of power because of using all of it. So we're going to have to bring more. We're going to need some more solar, clearly, and some more accumulators. But we'll address that. This will fluctuate as the sun comes up and goes down. What is it now? Because I changed it on mine because of needing some other keys for some other things. So let's just do it here. So that is Gazinta, and then we can get out of the map and we can do Gazauta. Don't take them from me. Alright, here's what we're going to do here. Now we've got one that we can make a ghost with. Alright, so this is going to be belts. Alright, and then this is going to be red belts, because yellow belts just need plate and gear, which we'll be making. Red belts need plate and belts, which we'll be making. So that gives us belts. And then we're going to limit that to a stack, and limit that to a stack to start with. Come on. So that'll be that. Then we're going to need, what was this one over the way? What was that one? That must be something we can't make here. So we will get rid of that. and we'll use that for something else. Is there anything else that we can't make here? Wonder what that was. Let's look. That would have been fulcrum. I wonder what it was that were oh, it's the lightning rods. Okay. Yeah, we can't make those here. What we can make is, once we're making underground, once we're making belts, we can make underground belts, and that is an underground, or that's a belt and a plate. So that is belt and plate, right? Belt and plate. And then we can turn around and we can make, can't fit it there because of the, yeah, we don't want to do that. Put that back. All right. Belt plate. Okay, so there's that. So then we got to make underground reds. Underground reds needs an underground and a gear. So we need yellow underground and gear. I know we got an electric issue. I'm not that worried about it right now. So that's going to give us our undergrounds. And then if we go here and we say splitters, and splitters need greens, plates, and belts. So greens, plates, and belts, right? And then this is red splitters, which needs green gears and splitters. So greens, and yes, I know I can click on the assembler, get the recipe, and add the recipe here. The problem that I've run into with that is it doesn't give it a single stack number here. It gives it more than a stack number sometimes, and I just want a stack. I don't want 500 of something right now. I only want a stack being added to there. All right, so that is going to give me belts, splitters, belts, splitters, and undergrounds, right? What else do we need right now? Red circuits mainly, but we aren't we got the blues? What are we missing for blues? We're missing an inserter for blues. Okay. So if we give you one, how many do you take? One, right? Yeah, there it is. So you do that one and give it to me. And then we'll put that back. And then we want to do that. And then that's going to give us, now we just need the yellow inserters. And that's going to give us the inserters. That's going to give us the belts. That's the two big things we need. What do we need for this is batteries. So we're not making batteries right now because we need acid to make the batteries. Well, guess what? We have acid in abundance. So let us start making batteries. All right, so batteries, we're going to go here. I'm going to tell this batteries in a chem plant. Batteries in a chem plant. Batteries. Pipe. And then goes into, goes out. Better yet, down here, we don't have to add another pole. Goes then, batteries, and then we want copper plate and iron plate. And there we go. Now we're making batteries. All right. So now we can make accumulators. What do we need for solar panels? Because we got to solve our power issue. So no fluids, just factory. All right. So there and there and there and there and solar panel. Now this is what I was talking about. Okay, I know it needs these. Stack size is 100, stack size is 100, and stack size is 200. I know that if I do this and I do, was it this and this? Isn't it this and this? If we look, it's requesting 18, 18, and 56. So it's not requesting one stack. It's requesting what this is asking for. I want a stack. So I want a stack of copper in there. I want a stack of iron in there. I don't want what it says, that it needs as the minimum. I want these numbers so that it's got extra in there to be ready. If that, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so there we go. There's that. Now, what else do we need right now? Because like I say, power is our big issue right now. And no. So we're going to make this easier or whatever, we're going to go ahead and run these puppies down here. So there's one there. And one there. And that'll cover all the way down on that side. Why am I going around? It's going to take some getting used to that. And one there. And one there. And one there. And one there. And then that'll get all of that hooked up. And then when we look, we've got one more spot that we need to cover. Well, yeah, one more spot that we need to cover with a RoboPort. And that's easy enough to do. Just come down here. Put that down, give it a tower, and that should have all of that covered with construction. It'll be able to come down here and fill all of these in and solve our power issue. Just going to take a little bit of time to get it powered up, but we'll work through it. Now I could, we did bring those up, didn't we? I said I wanted to experiment with something. Where are they? I thought, there they are. We could do something, we could do this, right? We're making steam. Where are we making steam? We're making steam here, right? We're making steam there, but we don't have a space. Damn it. See, I gotta get in the habit of making a single space because of things like that. We can, that's okay. We can fix this. Because we can go chem plant, one space, pipe that way, right? And then we can do pipe there. And then I can come out here, and I want to see if this works. That works. I wonder how far we can push that with just the one. And is that, it's obviously connected to the power grid. Where did my steam engines go? I'm for some reason I'm suddenly blind. There they are. How far can we push that? Now we're robbing from the water. Are we keeping up on water? You know what? Let's do this before we get too many of them out there. Alright, so then if we do that, we can do a second row. We got that cliff. We can't put them there. But I'm just curious how far we can use that steam. I mean, that's got us going, right? That's got our power back until we get our solar. I mean, it's probably going to affect our water supply at some point. Well, we've got 93.5 of 100. I think we're doing okay. We could potentially put in another row. Oh hell. Let's not be stupid. That won't fit there, but it will fit there. And that'll fit there. And that gives us that. And that still puts us in our, what you call it, within our transformer. Nice. Well, there we go. That's going to help us with our power. Right? That's certainly going to help us with our power. We'll just leave them there for now until we get all of our solar done. I'd rather just do the solar because I don't want to use up my steam on things I don't need to use it on. How are we doing on the steam? Looks like we could run a lot of steam. Holy. That only brought us down, what, 4? From, I think it was 94 point something before. We could run the hell out of steam on this planet if we really wanted to. But then that's going to take up our coal, and it's going to take up our not our coal, but our calcite. Right? It's going to, yeah, calcite. It's going to use some of that up, and we don't want to do that. So, yeah, this, we're going to have the motors, which means we're going to have the lube. Oh, we got battery production here. We don't need battery production here anymore because we got battery production up there. We don't need this because we're making this already. We do need lube because we do need motors, because we do need more we need more bots. Let us grab our lube, and this is going to be just a convoluted mess right now. This is going to be definitely spaghetti. Let's bring that over to there. I mean, this is all definitely going to get ripped out and moved around. But for now, this is going to potentially give us the makings of self-sufficiency, as it were. Right? So there's all that. Okay. We've got 10 minutes left. Can we start making science in the next 10 minutes? We need, for this science, because that was the whole point of getting this started tonight. All right. So we need tungsten plate and tungsten carbide. We're making tungsten carbide right here. So we got to make tungsten plate. So tungsten plate takes molten iron and tungsten ore, and that's done in a foundry as well. So if we put another foundry up here, and let's do that, gives us our faster speed. If we do this and we tell this to make tungsten plate, tell this to make tungsten plate, normal tungsten plate, right? And then that should do that right there. The only other thing we need is tungsten ore. If we tell this to put in Oh, you know what? No. That's what I did this for. That's what we did that for, you dummy. Alright, let me get down here and get some belts. Which we're not making enough of. Alright. Fine. We'll do it. We'll do it by hand. If we put in that, out that, right? And then that's going to bring, we're going to bring that belt over and up here. Okay? Because I went and tapped this tungsten ore patch up here. When I was putting out miners. So let us reach as far as we can with that so as to not waste belts. And we'll bring that over here and into there. We just need to wait on our belts. So that's going to give us that. And then we need to make science. And science is 2 of those and molten copper. And that's done in a foundry as well. Alright, so if we put the other foundry right there, and we bring the molten copper over, and we tell it to make the science, right? And then we tell this that we want and we tell it this is what we're going to give, and I put it there to keep it in the network because that network should be connected. The only thing that may or may, yep, that the rocket is in the network. Okay. So this needs that and that, right? And the copper, which we got the copper coming in. We just need our belts. Come on, belts. And then we're going to be starting to make science. And that was the whole goal of starting this episode. And we kind of went off chasing squirrels. Again, as per usual for me. Come on, belts. You can do it. Well, we're not going to get as many belts as we need. You know what we're going to do? Screw it. We'll put belts in there later. I want to get this going. Alright, so now that's going to make our tungsten plate. We're just going to single it for now. We're going to that for now with that. Alright, we're making them. That's what we wanted. So, and we did it all under an hour. Now the only thing we're not making yet is we're not making red circuits. And red circuits is what we need for logistic spots. So we don't have the red circuits yet for logistic spots, but we do have the green circuits for construction bots. We are making the frying robot frames. So we are, relatively speaking, self-sufficient with the exception of red circuits, which need plastic. So next episode, we should be able to start making plastic. I am going to let this run until we can get the 1500 or whatever it is sciences that we need so that we can start sending science up. And I am going to put this here, and we'll put a stack inserter, and this is going to request science, and we're going to request 15,000, and that'll start putting it in the rocket, and then we'll be able to send it on up. All right, guys, there we go. We've got science from Vulcanus. We just got to make some more belts. And that's okay. It's just going to take time. To heck with it. I'm going to have it make... Because I'm going to replace this off camera. I don't like using the undergrounds. We'll go ahead and replace it with regular belts. But it looks like our stone is keeping up. And our stone goes way up here and gets dumped up here in this lava lake to be turned back into lava, to get back sucked back out and brought back down here to make our stuff. So like I say, the lava is infinite. It's this calcite that is finite, and it's the iron, it's the coal that's finite, and it's the tungsten that's finite. And the one that really kind of worries me is the coal, but I think we're going to be okay for a while. And then we can just go kill more demolishers if we need to. I mean, there's 8 million down there. So we are started on Vulcanus, and we can start getting rid of some of these freaking cliffs. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.